welcome back to Hilltop Farm. I'm Jay, and welcome to another episode of the Great Chicken Experiment. As you will recall, we stopped roadside and we picked up some eggs that were intended for, people to buy for their kitchen, and we stuck them in the incubator. We didn't have a fantastic result, mainly because it was the hatch rate that let us down, and I think that was mainly because I'm wondering if people are like collecting their eggs, keeping them for a period of time, and then when they're starting to get a bit old, they've had them for a couple of weeks, they think, okay, we'll put these ones by the roadside and get rid of them. I'm wondering if that's what's happening, because a lot of them are fertile, but they die in the first 5 to 6 days, that sort of thing. But yeah, that could explain it, I guess, because we don't have problems otherwise. But anyway, doesn't matter. We had, I think, 8 hatch, which is still fine. I mean, we only paid, I think it was $18 for all those eggs. So even if they all end up as meat birds, we're still going to be in front. So it's not an issue from that point of view. And yeah, Helen, I think, likes a look of a few of them. I think there's 2 or 3 that she's hopeful will end up in the laying flock. But anyway, so obviously they have hatched. They're no longer under lights. They're in one of the grow out pens. We went through, well, she really, I gave my opinion, but it was really just moral support for her, really. Chickens are her domain, as I've said before. She's selected what she wants out of the mixed breed hatch that we did, along with the bantam hatch. I think there's a few of the bantams that she liked the look of. Don't know if they're going to stay long term, because I think now they're on the ground she appreciates they're pretty, but I think is thinking to herself that it's taking up the space of a chicken that could lay a decent sized egg, but as I say, that's her domain. So yes, she's separated what she wants. What she doesn't want, we're going to be selling in the coming weeks, and so those chicks from the second hatch, the roadside hatch, as I say now they're no longer under lights, have gone in with them, the ones that are being sold in the grow out pen. And I think she's going to make a decision in the next week which ones are going to join the main flock, and then the rest of them will be sold off. And if you remember, all those bantam eggs were free, and we paid like $5 a dozen for the mixed bag, and then $18 for the ones that we got roadside. So I mean, if you add it all up for sort of $28, not only have we added quite a lot to the laying flock, there's plenty of pullets to sell, plus boys for the freezer, and the bantams, if they're not very meaty, I mean, they'll make stock. So I mean, really, the $28, it's been a pretty good investment. I mean, I know there's the feed, but even when you take that into account, we're not going to be behind by any stretch of the imagination. But the incubators have been packed away now. We're not planning on incubating any eggs, at least until all the excess birds that we have on the farm are gone. We basically need to regroup and have a look what's left and decide from there as to whether we're going to get any more fertile eggs. I personally am of the opinion that if we're going to do that, we need to get them in January, February, well probably more February. That way they'll hatch and be in brooders as the weather's cooling down, and it will also mean they'll have the winter to grow out. So by the time spring comes and the egg season hits with a vengeance, they'll be old enough to actually join the other girls and actually be producing something. If you leave it past March, then you end up with the spring and girls that still aren't quite old enough to lay yet, which is kind of what's happening with us at the moment. We're going to have girls that aren't going to be ready to lay probably until March, and they'll probably only start laying for a month or two, and then they'll slow down or stop for the winter. So so you kind of then end up having them for 12 months before they really become any value to you. So I think we'll make a decision and do something by February. If we're going to do something, we might decide we've got enough in the laying flock, and we don't need to do that. So that's fine. That's fine. So that's really all. I'll just quickly jump across to the hen house to show you some footage of the hens and the bantams and the new up-and-comers and all the rest of it. So have a good look at them. You see, there's quite a range of colours and sizes in that lot. So yeah, I think Helen's going to have her work cut out actually picking and choosing what she's going to keep and what she's not going to keep. But it's not my problem. I shall just happily eat the eggs and leave her to make those decisions. They're her girls. I'm happy that our black copper Moran is now laying, and we're getting those beautiful dark eggs mixed in with the others for a bit of variation. I like seeing those on the, we've got one of those egg spiral tree things on the kitchen bench. We put the eggs in, and I'm enjoying seeing those dark ones in there. So I'm happy, and as long as she's happy, we're all happy. Okay, so that's all from the hen house this week. I hope you enjoyed the update. And I'm sure the next update will be probably after New Year's, and we'll see those younger hens from the Roadside group. Yeah, we'll see how they're maturing. Okay, but until then, it's goodbye from Hilltop Farm. See ya!